Hello YouTube, Neosolid22 back again with another pickup video. It has been a while since my last video, well, longer than usual, almost 2 weeks, probably maybe even 2 weeks by the time I get this uploaded. I've got a lot to show this time. Had a big citywide garage sale in a city that's over close by, well actually a small town that's close by. So I got quite a bit from there. I got some V-Stock pickup, Gamestop Retro pickup in fact, that I went through my buddy Martin to get actually both my V-Stock pickup and my Gamestop Retro pickup. So I'm going to show those, and then some stuff from Target, just a bunch of random stuff basically today. So we'll start out with the V-Stock pickup. For 15 bucks, it's a little slightly overpriced I guess, but I picked up Wrecking Crew for the NES. Martin actually picked this up for me, and I returned the favor by paying him some money back for it. But yeah, Wrecking Crew is one I've been wanting to get for a long time, so I finally got Wrecking Crew in my collection. So very awesome to have that. Black box games, I'm getting down to the really tough to find ones like Donkey Kong, a couple of Donkey Kongs, and Stack Up, of course. I'm just never going to get Stack Up, I've come to believe. Next, from GameStop Retro, I got, Martin was ordering some other games, so he ordered this one for me as part of his order. Shadow of the Ninja, which is a pretty darn hard to find game. This is in ridiculously good shape, so you know, I probably need to check the board. If you've seen the latest news on GameStop, I need to play this and check it out, but it's in good shape. Actually came in a black little dust cover with it, but Shadow of the Ninja, very hard to find game. Happy to have it in my NES collection. In the probably low 580s on the NES collection now. So getting up there, trying to hit that goal of 600 this year. I'll probably get there. Who knows? Got a couple months left, so I'm going to try. Next, I had some stuff from Target. They've been clearancing out like their PSP and PS Vita stuff, so I picked up Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker for $6. And then I picked up, for 50% off, I picked up this Terraria Collector's Edition box. It's actually a numbered Collector's Edition. It's number 1087 of 15,000. So I picked this up, and it's actually just a digital download card in there, but it comes with this kind of cool pickaxe USB, and it's just nice to have a physical box for something to put on the shelf. Alright, so now let's get down to the garage sale pickups. Everything else you see here is going to be from a garage sale, I believe. I'm looking, yeah, pretty sure all the rest of this is from a garage sale. So, not this last weekend, but the weekend before, I kind of went out to see if there's any garage sales out there. There were a few. I hit most of them, but this is actually from the first garage sale I hit. I walked up and they were still putting stuff out, so I walked down through there and I saw some Wii games. There was actually a PlayStation 2 with some games for like 60 bucks. That's way too much. And then I saw some Wii games and it said $2 a piece. So, of course I'm going to look in that box. And so I looked in that box and I ended up getting these games. I got House of the Dead Overkill, which is a cool game. Very good. Didn't have it in the collection, so happy to get it. Sonic Unleashed, another one I didn't have in the collection. That's not complete. House of the Dead Overkill, I believe, was complete. House of the Dead 2 and 3, which I already had, but I went and bought it in case somebody else needs it, so I'll probably be trading that off at some point in the future and throw it in my trade pile. One of my favorite Wii games, probably top 5 Wii games, Mad World. Awesome game if you haven't played it. That's complete. Also had this one in my collection, but figured I'd use it to trade off. And then my son was with me, so Cade, he wanted to get the SpongeBob Truth or Square game, so we picked that up, and that's actually complete as well. So I got those, and then I went to walk back out from the yard sale to look back at some stuff that they were still putting out earlier, and good thing I did, because I ran across a couple of Super Nintendo games. Now, it's nothing special, but it's NFL Quarterback Club and that's just the original one, I guess, by LJN for 50 cents. And then NBA Live 96 for 50 cents. So all in all, I spent 11 bucks, got 7 games, which is a great deal. Alright, and then this last weekend, well, I guess the weekend before this, because by the time this video comes out, it'll be another weekend. But anyway, early October, 1st of October, first weekend of October, they had a citywide garage sale in a town over close near where I live. So me and Martin, my buddy, loaded up, and we went over there and looked around, and we ended up doing pretty good. Both of us got quite a few games for the collection. We weren't really finding anything at first, and then finally we hit a sale, and they had like this box of PC games, and I was like, you know, I'll look through that. So I looked through it, and I ended up finding some that I went and bought just because they were dirt cheap. They were like $2 a piece, I mean, pretty much. And I got actually I got Doom on disc. That was $1. This is Riven, the sequel to Myst, for $2. It doesn't have the big box, but all the disc and everything are in there, so very cool. Then I got actually Myst with the guide, which is needed quite a bit for this game, and the disc, not the big box, but you know, cool nonetheless. Like I said, I actually got the guide for Riven, which is nice. That was $1. I got Myst 4 Revelation. So I picked that up, and Myst 3 Exile was actually there as well, but I let Martin have that one because he said he didn't have it, and I think I have it somewhere, who knows, but I went and let him have that. But this one is awesome because it's in the box. This is a newer one though, so, you know, but Myst games are always very cool to play. They're ridiculously difficult, but very cool in the box there. And then I got one I'd never actually heard of. It came with like the book, and just in a keep case here. Not the actual case it would have come in. And it's got some kind of guide printed out here with it to play the game, but it's The Labyrinth by Terra Nova Development. The Labyrinth of Time by Terra Nova Development. So never heard of that one, figured I'd just pick it up. It's kind of cool to have PC games, these old PC games. Even disc-based ones is kind of cool to have. So we ran around some more after that sale, and this is actually from one of the last sales I went to, but I got a DualShock 3 for 75 cents. That's well worth it. The only problem with it is the skin on this little thumbstick here is kind of coming off, but you know, 75 cents, I'm not going to pass that up. Even if it doesn't work, I won't even feel like I wasted my money. Alright, and then from one sale in particular, we went in, and this guy had quite a few games. Nothing particularly exciting, but he had quite a few games for sale. Just looked like he gathered stuff up for maybe estate sales or stuff over time. But we ended up picking, I think I ended up picking up 12 games there, and actually one I accidentally picked up twice that day. So I ended up giving that one to Martin for $1 because that's all I paid for it. So actually I ended up with, for PlayStation 2, Full Spectrum Warrior, and that was complete. And the guy actually did, on all these games, he did 3 for $5. So it's a pretty awesome deal. I picked up Donkey Konga, and you can see there's like price tags up here that say like $9.99. At first we thought, oh man, these games are overpriced, and I went to the guy because I saw the sign that, right before we were about to like just not buy any games, that said like disc-based games 2 for $5. And I go, hey, is that the price? And he goes, you know what, I'll just give you 3 for $5. I was like, cool, because I see quite a few I want. So he said 3 for $5 in the game, so that's what I paid for all these. So I got Donkey Konga. It's not complete. It's missing the manual, but it's got some of the safety stuff in here. I don't have the bongos yet. Then I got one, I think I might even already have this one, Rebel Raiders, which is a flying game, I guess. So that's kind of cool. I might already have that, though I haven't looked. Then I picked up a couple of Genesis games. Now this one's in terrible shape, but it's Bulls versus Lakers in the NBA playoffs. It's complete, but still, like I said, in terrible shape. Sun damaged and former rental copies, so not in great shape. But I don't think I have it, so pick it up anyway. And then I picked up Triple Play 96, which Triple Play Baseball was a very fun game, very graphically ahead of its time, in my opinion. That one's not complete, but nonetheless, Triple Play 96, nice to have. The guy had a couple other Genesis games, and it was actually the wrong games in the boxes, so I passed over those. One of them was like Triple Play Gold, but it had another copy of Triple Play 96 in it, so didn't need that. And then this is my favorite part of the find here in the 3 for $5. Boxed games, shockingly. So what I got boxed, these are sports titles nonetheless, but it's boxed games. I got Brett Hull Hockey 95. That is, I believe that's not complete. Yeah, it's just the box and the cart. It doesn't even have the, as you can hear, it doesn't have the insert in. Then I got Olympic Hockey 98. That one is complete in box. Yeah, complete in box. Pretty cool. Box is not great, but it's decent. Oh, and another Sega game I forgot about. Lakers versus Celtics in the NBA playoffs. So another one of those. So it's Bulls versus Lakers, now Lakers versus Celtics. This is in a cardboard box, which means it's probably a later release, and it is not complete. World Championship Wrestling Mayhem, complete in box. Hardcore ECW Revolution, complete in box. And NHL Breakaway 98, complete in box. So it's kind of cool just to find box games, even though that they're not particularly what people would consider super collectible games. But you know, I paid 3 for $5 for those, so I definitely got my money's worth out of that. There's no way I was passing on the box games. I beat Martin to them. You know, I just kind of saw them and I grabbed them. I said, "Hey, do you need any of these?" He said, "No, you can have them." So you know, that's cool. So if you got a friend you can go yard selling with that you don't have to fight over games with, that's great, and I appreciate Martin going with me. Then we hit a few more sales, and I ended up finding one more sale that had a good deal. They had a big, gigantic box of PlayStation 2 games for $1 a game, and I was like, awesome, you know, because I know there's going to be stuff in there that's going to be decent, and I'm going to probably end up grabbing it. And the shocking thing is there weren't that many sports games in there. There were some like Guitar Hero and DDR games, but not that many sports games. So I ended up picking up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 games. I think it actually ended up picking up 16, but 3 of them were Martin's, so we just kind of bundled them all together, and they gave me one for free. I said, I'll give you 15 for 16. They're like, sure. So what I ended up picking up is Sitting Ducks, which I'd never heard of before. Not complete, but for $1, who cares? Extermination. This is actually the one I bought twice that day. I bought it from the other guy where all those box games came from, and then I bought it again because I forgot I bought it. That one's not complete. The other one had the manual, and Martin is a big stickler for having manuals, so I was like, here, you can have the one with the manual. Sega Superstars Tennis, not complete. Martin didn't buy many here because he likes manuals. City Crisis, which was not complete. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 7, not complete. I don't think any of these are complete, to be honest. Pitfall, The Lost Expedition, not complete. Activision Anthology, no manual. The Hulk Ultimate Destruction, not complete. One of my favorite ones I got, Capcom Classic Collection, which is awesome. This is a very cool collection. It's got Street Fighter II, Ghosts and Goblins, Legendary Wings, Bionic Commando, Forgotten Worlds, Ghouls and Ghosts, Section Z, 1942, Mercs Commando, X's, which I've never heard of, Gunsmoke, Sun, which I've also never heard of, and Final Fight, which is one of my favorite games of all time. So yeah, this is an awesome collection. I did not have this, and I would, just looking at it, I would highly recommend you pick this up if you want to play some older games and you don't want to just get the carts or whatever, but that's a great collection of games on that disc. The Activision Anthology, that's also a pretty good collection of games, but it's mostly Atari 2600 games, so it's not as fantastic, essentially. And then I picked up Thrillville. That's not complete. The Simpsons Hit and Run, not complete. Def Jam Vendetta, not complete. This is becoming a thing. None of these were complete. And then Minority Report, not complete. So that was pretty awesome. That's what I got there. And then I ended up picking up one more thing. And this is going to take some heft to get this up here. But I picked up a iMac, one of the original iMacs. I got that for $10. I just thought it was kind of a cool thing to have. I always wanted an iMac, and they had $20 or best offer on it. I had $10 left from all the stuff that I bought. I'd spent around $50, I guess is all I took with me. So I had spent around $40 and I had $10 left. So I went up to the guy and I said, "Hey, the iMac up there, will you take $10 for it?" And he was like, "Yeah, why not?" So I ended up picking up the iMac. It actually works. Has some music on it I was listening to when I tested it. Lil Wayne on there, not exactly my style of music, but there was Queen on there, so I did get to listen to Bohemian Rhapsody as well. So that's what I got this time. Hopefully I'll have more soon, because I'm going to hit some yard sales tomorrow. Obviously, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you've done at your yard sales lately, and we'll see you next time.